In a season where young quarterbacks are often overlooked, Shedeur Sanders has managed to make a statement that's impossible to ignore. Rising to the top 10 in Pro Bowl voting, he's surpassed veterans like Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson, showing that his skills are undeniable. But what makes Sanders' rise even more impressive is the adversity he's faced: an uni-deal team setup, limited opportunities, and critics who question the support he's received. And yet, despite these hurdles, Sanders continues to impress with his authenticity and leadership on the field, quickly earning the admiration of NFL fans across the country.
If you're into the real story and all the messy twists they don't show on highlight reels, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're sticking around to see how this Browns QB chaos plays out, you should definitely be subscribed.
This isn't just about votes, it's about the message fans are sending. Sanders is showing that genuine effort, resilience, and leadership can carry someone to the top, even if the odds are stacked against them. Fans are proving that they believe in Sanders, not because of media narratives but because of the way he plays the game. His rise, fueled by a passionate fanbase, is an inspiring example of how hard work and character can defy expectations, creating a wave of support that is only growing stronger. Shedeur Sanders' rise to prominence has shocked many. The young quarterback, despite having limited starts and facing a difficult situation, has become one of the most talked about players in the NFL. While many expected him to be a long shot in Pro Bowl voting, Sanders proved everyone wrong. Ranked as the number 10 quarterback in the Pro Bowl race, he surpassed several established stars. This is a testament not only to his talent but also to the immense support he's earned from the NFL fanbase. It's clear that his remarkable performances have garnered real respect, and this is reflected in his standing among the league's top quarterbacks. But what's most impressive isn't just the number of votes he's received, it's the context surrounding them. Sanders' rise hasn't been driven by media hype or flashy endorsements, but by his undeniable leadership, his resilience, and his ability to perform under pressure. He's doing it all despite a challenging team situation, which has only highlighted the true strength of his character and skill. Sanders has become an example of how talent and effort, not just marketing or a high-profile team, can drive success in the NFL. What's even more remarkable is the fact that Sanders has been able to achieve this while starting only 2 games. In a league that often rewards consistency, Sanders' quick rise is almost unprecedented. While other quarterbacks may have years of starting experience or superior teams backing them, Sanders has shown that sometimes all it takes is the right combination of effort and natural ability to win over fans and critics alike. His performances, which have consistently impressed, have clearly resonated with the public, making his position in the Pro Bowl voting all the more significant. The fact that Sanders is getting such recognition, despite the limited opportunities he's had, speaks volumes about how much faith the fans have in him. His ability to command the field and perform under adversity has made him a fan favorite, and the outpouring of support reflects that. His leadership qualities have been noticed not just on the field but off it as well. Fans are voting for him because they believe in him, because they see something special in him. This kind of backing, especially when it comes from the ground up, is often more powerful than any media narrative or endorsement deal. However, not everyone is on board with Sanders' rise. Some of the criticisms of his success stem from issues within the Cleveland Browns organization, particularly with head coach Kevin Stefanski. While Sanders has managed to stand out, it's undeniable that the Browns coaching staff, especially Stefanski, has not been able to provide him with the support he needs to truly thrive. The team's struggles to protect him and develop a structured offense have been a consistent issue. These systemic problems have created a frustrating environment for both Sanders and the fans who support him. In games like the Browns' recent loss to the Bears, the lack of protection for Sanders was evident. Despite his impressive skills, he couldn't always perform to his full potential because of the limitations placed on him by his coaching staff. Critics argue that the team's approach to Sanders, and by extension to the quarterback position, has been passive at best and detrimental at worst. This has left many questioning whether the Browns are doing enough to support their promising young quarterback. The frustration with the team's lack of strategy and proper coaching has fueled criticism, but it also brings attention to a bigger issue in the league: how teams are supporting young quarterbacks. In the Browns' loss to the Miami Dolphins, this issue became even clearer. While Sanders showed flashes of brilliance, his performance was often undermined by a lack of protection and weak offensive strategy. As a result, fans took to social media to express their frustration, with many pointing to Stefanski as a key part of the problem. They felt that the coaching staff wasn't providing Sanders with the right opportunities to succeed, and that the team was holding him back from reaching his full potential. These frustrations, which are visible in viral moments and online commentary, only highlight the systemic failures at play. This has led to a larger conversation about how young quarterbacks like Sanders are being treated across the league. While other quarterbacks are afforded the luxury of having solid coaching and protection, Sanders has had to fight through a situation where the odds are stacked against him. The pressure is immense, and the lack of proper support makes it even harder for him to showcase his full potential. Yet, despite all of this, Sanders has still managed to rise to the top, a testament to his inner strength and determination. Despite these challenges, there's no denying that Sanders is still making a name for himself. And this is where the power of fan support comes into play. The fan votes for Sanders are a reflection of the trust and admiration he's earned. They're voting for him not because of flashy media appearances or high-profile endorsements, but because they believe in his ability to lead and deliver on the field. His resilience, his determination to keep fighting through adversity, and his leadership qualities have made him a symbol of hope for fans, particularly those who have been frustrated by the Browns' struggles. Fans are showing that they don't need to rely on the team or the coaching staff to recognize Sanders' potential. Instead, they're taking matters into their own hands, using their votes to elevate him to where he belongs. It's this kind of grassroots support that has propelled Sanders to the top 10 in Pro Bowl voting, and it's this kind of support that will continue to drive him forward. The message from the fans is clear. They see something in Sanders that they don't see in other quarterbacks, and they're willing to back him no matter what. The NFL is a league that often rewards hype, big names, and media narratives. But in the case of Sanders, his rise has been fueled by something deeper: genuine talent, authentic leadership, and a relentless drive to succeed. His story isn't just about his physical ability to play quarterback. It's about his ability to stand tall in the face of adversity, to lead his team even when the odds are against him. This is what makes Sanders such a unique figure in the NFL today. While others might have benefited from better circumstances, Sanders has thrived despite them. What makes his story even more inspiring is that he's doing it all on his own terms. He's not relying on the media to create his narrative, he's letting his performances speak for themselves. And this authenticity is what resonates with fans. They don't need to be told that Sanders is great, they can see it for themselves. This kind of genuine connection with the fanbase is rare, and it's one of the key reasons why Sanders has made such an impact in such a short period of time. Sanders' influence extends beyond just his on-field performances. His story is inspiring countless young athletes who are watching him defy the odds and break through barriers. He's become a symbol of perseverance, a reminder that talent and character matter more than anything else. And the recognition he's receiving, not just from fans but from the media and even the organization, is a clear indication that his rise is no fluke. Sanders is here to stay, and as he continues to prove himself, he will only grow more influential in the NFL landscape. The support from the organization, though quiet at times, has also been significant. The Browns' social media accounts have showcased Sanders' Pro Bowl ranking, signaling that they recognize his value beyond just the fan votes. This acknowledgement from the team is crucial for Sanders, as it shows that they see him as a valuable asset, even if the current circumstances aren't ideal. It's a small but important step toward the recognition that Sanders deserves. Ultimately, Sanders' story is one of overcoming adversity and proving that true talent can shine through, even when the system isn't built to support it. He's shown that the NFL is not just about who has the best team or the most media attention. It's about who can step up when it matters most. And Sanders has done that time and time again. His rise to the top 10 in Pro Bowl voting is a testament to his skill, his leadership, and the trust that fans have in him. As the Pro Bowl voting continues, it will be interesting to see just how far Sanders can go. If the fan support continues, there's a real possibility that he could make the Pro Bowl this season. And if that happens, it will be a clear message to the NFL. Real talent, effort, and leadership are what truly matter in this league. In conclusion, Shedeur Sanders is not just a rising star in the NFL, he's a symbol of what can be achieved when talent, leadership, and hard work come together. Despite facing significant challenges, he's managed to rise above them, earning the respect of fans and the recognition of the NFL community. His story is a reminder that sometimes the greatest successes come from the most unexpected places, and that with the right support, anything is possible. Sanders' future in the NFL looks incredibly bright, and his rise is something that should inspire athletes and fans alike. So, if you believe in Shedeur Sanders and what he stands for, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and leave a comment telling us what you think of his incredible journey. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest NFL news and updates. As Shedeur Sanders continues to impress, one game that truly stands out is his performance in the Browns vs. Bears match. This game was a turning point for him. Despite the challenges, the adversity, and the constant pressure he faced from a defensive line that was relentless, Sanders showed that he belonged at this level. Not many quarterbacks could have stood their ground in such a chaotic environment, but Sanders did it with grace. Even though the game ended in defeat, it wasn't his fault. He wasn't given the protection he needed, and the team's overall structure left much to be desired. However, his poise and determination were undeniable. What made this game particularly remarkable was how Sanders handled the pressure. He didn't just react to the chaos, he absorbed it. As defenders closed in, he stood firm, kept his eyes downfield, and delivered passes that showed his maturity as a quarterback. Yes, the Browns struggled to protect him, but Sanders still managed to produce plays that impressed fans and coaches alike. His leadership qualities were on full display, and those who watched could see that he was a future star, someone who could thrive if given the right support. In another hard-fought matchup, the Browns faced off against the Miami Dolphins, and once again Sanders was thrust into a situation where he had to show what he was made of. Like many young quarterbacks, Sanders' most significant test has been to overcome the lack of structure and consistent support from the coaching staff. But in this game, Sanders rose to the occasion. He continued to show that he could handle the pressure, deliver accurate passes, and make key decisions when it mattered most. Despite the Dolphins' aggressive defensive play and the game's challenging circumstances, Sanders remained calm under pressure. He took hits, absorbed the blows, but kept his focus. He was determined to prove that he could be a legitimate quarterback in the NFL, and his performance reflected that. It wasn't just about the numbers on the scoreboard, it was about his composure and leadership. Fans and analysts alike started to take notice. Sanders wasn't just a flash in the pan. He was the real deal, and his ability to stand up to these challenges was quickly earning him respect. Throughout these games, the issues with the Browns' coaching staff remained apparent. Head coach Kevin Stefanski, despite his experience, struggled to put together an effective game plan that would support Sanders in the way he needed. The lack of protection Sanders faced from his offensive line was a glaring issue that didn't seem to be addressed in the team's strategy. Critics of Stefanski have pointed out how he failed to adapt to the needs of his quarterback, leaving Sanders to fend for himself in a highly competitive league. In the Browns vs. Dolphins match, the absence of an effective game plan was evident. The Dolphins' defense had no trouble getting through the line and putting pressure on Sanders. Despite his best efforts, Sanders couldn't carry the weight of the entire team alone. He needed better coaching, a more protective line, and a game plan that prioritized his development. Yet, as frustrating as these challenges were, Sanders never let them define him. He kept playing, kept pushing, and showed that even in a system that didn't have his back, he could still find a way to shine. As the Dolphins' defense continued to apply pressure, it became clear that the team's setup wasn't going to be enough to win the game. However, Sanders wasn't going to go down without fighting for every inch. He showed remarkable resilience, and while the final score may not have reflected his efforts, his performance was something that fans could rally behind. Each throw, each decision he made under duress, showcased the leadership and mental toughness that many had yet to fully appreciate. The game was a reminder of what Sanders is capable of when he's put in a position to succeed. Even though the Browns' offense was struggling, Sanders still managed to make some impressive throws, finding tight windows and keeping plays alive with his mobility. He was in full control of the situation, even if the odds were stacked against him. What this game demonstrated more than anything was that Sanders had the potential to be a top-tier quarterback. He just needed the right support. In interviews following these games, Sanders has remained remarkably composed. He speaks with the maturity of a veteran, and his insights into the game show a depth of understanding that goes beyond his years. He doesn't make excuses for the challenges he's faced. Instead, he focuses on what he can control. This attitude has endeared him to fans and teammates alike. He's not one to place blame, and he doesn't shy away from responsibility. If anything, he embraces it. Sanders' ability to maintain this level of composure, even in the face of adversity, is one of the reasons why fans believe in him so deeply. When asked about his performance, he always speaks about the team and his desire to get better. His humility and leadership on and off the field have solidified his place as a rising star in the NFL, and this attitude has played a significant role in his fan base's growth. Sanders' journey to this point wasn't easy, and it's a testament to his perseverance that he's now standing tall among the league's best quarterbacks. When he entered the NFL, many questioned whether he could adapt to the pro level. But Sanders has shown time and time again, that he's more than capable of handling the pressure. Even in training camp, where young quarterbacks often face criticism and doubts, Sanders quickly gained respect for his work ethic and determination. What sets Sanders apart from other quarterbacks is his mental fortitude. He doesn't just play the game, he lives it. Every practice, every drill, every opportunity to improve is something he takes seriously. His development has been a direct result of his relentless pursuit of excellence. In training camp, where many young quarterbacks may crumble under the weight of expectations, Sanders flourished. This kind of mindset is what has made him a fan favorite, and it's a key reason why he's been able to exceed expectations on the field. Shedeur. Despite the systemic issues with coaching, Sanders has managed to make it work. But it's clear that with better leadership, better protection, and more strategic coaching, his potential could be fully unlocked. While Stefanski hasn't always been able to provide the necessary support, Sanders has continued to rise above the challenges. It's a testament to his character that he's able to succeed despite the lack of optimal conditions. If the Browns were to invest more in their offensive line and develop a better game plan around Sanders, the future could be incredibly bright for him. Fans have already seen what he can do under adverse conditions. Imagine what he could accomplish with the right backing. It's clear that the right structure could turn Sanders into one of the league's top quarterbacks, and that's what has many people excited about his future. The more you watch Shedeur Sanders, the more you realize how much potential he has. His ability to make quick decisions, his leadership, and his resilience all point to a future where he could become one of the NFL's top quarterbacks. As he continues to develop, it's clear that Sanders has all the tools to succeed. His journey may have started with skepticism, but with each game he's proving that he belongs. And while the team's struggles may have held him back at times, his rise in the Pro Bowl voting shows that the NFL community believes in him. What fans have witnessed is just the beginning of what could be a remarkable career. As Sanders continues to grow and refine his skills, the sky is the limit for him. The support from fans, combined with his own determination, is a powerful combination that could lead to great things. In the years to come, don't be surprised to see Sanders among the NFL's elite quarterbacks, leading his team to success and solidifying his place as one of the best in the game. In a league that has often favored established stars, Shedeur Sanders has shown that with the right mix of talent, leadership, and determination, new stars can emerge. He's in the same conversation now as quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, who have already proven themselves to be game-changers in the league. Sanders may be new to the scene, but his potential is undeniable. He has the ability to revolutionize the quarterback position much like Jackson did, and his future is incredibly bright. If Sanders can continue to develop his skills and overcome the systemic issues that have held him back, he could become one of the NFL's most dominant quarterbacks. With his leadership, resilience, and growing fan base, he's on the path to greatness. All he needs now is the right opportunities and support, and there's no telling how far he can go. As Sanders continues to make his mark, it's clear that the future is his for the taking. His journey from underdog to Pro Bowl contender has captured the imagination of fans, and his performances have proven that he has what it takes to succeed in the NFL. As he climbs the ranks, his influence in the league will only grow. Whether it's his leadership, his resilience, or his natural ability, Shedeur Sanders has already proven that he's a quarterback to watch for years to come. The road ahead may be challenging, but with his unwavering commitment and the support of his fans, there's no doubt that Sanders will continue to rise. His story is one of perseverance, hard work, and dedication, and it's just getting started. When you look at the photos from Shedeur Sanders' matches, you can see the grit and determination in his eyes. It's in the way he stands in the pocket, absorbs a hit, and keeps pushing forward. These photos capture more than just a player on the field. They capture a leader in the making. Despite the challenges, Sanders doesn't back down. In every game, he proves to the world that he's ready for the moment. Whether it's a tight pass into the end zone or standing firm as the defense bears down on him, Sanders has consistently demonstrated that he's not just another quarterback. He's a force to be reckoned with. These photos aren't just about a quarterback making plays. They tell the story of a young player who's fighting against the odds. Every throw, every decision is a testament to his resilience. It's not just about the physical aspect of the game, it's the mental strength that has caught the attention of both fans and analysts. The NFL is a brutal league, but Sanders' ability to stand tall and stay focused, even when everything around him is falling apart, is what will carry him far. As Shedeur Sanders continues to rise, the relationship between him and head coach Kevin Stefanski remains a crucial storyline. While Sanders has been undeniably impressive, the question remains, Is Stefanski the right coach to help him unlock his full potential? The struggles of the Browns coaching staff have been well documented, and it's clear that Sanders is working with a system that isn't fully set up to support him. However, that hasn't stopped Sanders from thriving. He continues to prove that he doesn't need a perfect situation to succeed. What he needs is the chance to prove himself, and he's been doing just that. Stefanski, for all the critiques against him, has at least given Sanders the chance to step up and lead, even if the system around him isn't ideal. In moments when Sanders has faced adversity, he's risen to the occasion. If the Browns can provide the right structure and give him the protection he deserves, there's no telling how far Sanders can go. Looking back at Shedeur Sanders' time in Browns training camp, it's clear that the foundation for his success was built before the regular season even began. During camp, he was already showing signs of the player he would become: a leader, a competitor, and someone who wasn't afraid to take control. Despite being a newcomer, Sanders didn't shy away from the spotlight. In fact, he embraced it, knowing that this was his chance to show everyone that he belonged in the NFL. The camp gave Sanders a chance to hone his skills, build chemistry with his teammates, and most importantly, prove to himself that he had what it took to compete at the highest level. The pressure was on and he faced it head-on. As we've seen in his games since, that confidence and composure have paid off. What started as a promising training camp has now turned into a successful campaign that's gaining recognition across the league. During a recent press conference, Shedeur Sanders gave a glimpse into his mindset as he continues to rise in the ranks. He spoke candidly about the challenges he's faced and the lessons he's learned along the way. What stood out the most was his level-headed approach. While many players would be focused on the pressures of the NFL, Sanders remained focused on improvement and leading his team. His response to the media questions wasn't just about answering queries, it was about making a statement. A statement that he's here to stay, that he's not fazed by the outside noise, and that his rise is just the beginning. His poise during that press conference mirrored the way he plays on the field: calm under pressure, always ready for what comes next. Sanders' mindset is one of the key reasons why fans have gravitated toward him. His authenticity and leadership have set him apart from many others in the league. One of the most telling moments in Sanders' journey came when he had the chance to meet Tom Brady. Sanders has been compared to Brady on multiple occasions, both for his leadership and his uncanny ability to perform when it counts. While Sanders is still in the early stages of his career, meeting Brady served as both a moment of validation and inspiration. It's not every day that a young player gets to share the field with a legend like Brady, and Sanders didn't take that opportunity lightly. The meeting between the two quarterbacks wasn't just about exchanging pleasantries. It was about learning. Brady, a player who has faced his own share of adversity and skepticism, has seen it all. And for Sanders, it was an opportunity to soak in everything he could from one of the greatest to ever play the game. If Sanders can continue to follow in Brady's footsteps, he's on track to not only become one of the NFL's most respected quarterbacks but also one of its most accomplished. As we continue to watch Sanders rise, it's clear that he's no flash-in-the-pan success story. He's a player with substance, with the heart and determination to make it to the top. If he keeps doing what he's been doing, fighting through adversity, staying focused, and proving his worth, there's no doubt that he'll continue to defy expectations. His journey is far from over, but the future looks incredibly bright. If you believe in Shedeur Sanders and his incredible journey, make sure to like this video, share it with others who should see it, and leave a comment telling us what you think about his rise in the NFL. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on more amazing stories from the world of football.